Konnichiwa minasan, Murray sensei desu. All right, for your number 3 lesson 2 grammar assignment, we're going to be focusing on introductions. So let's read the instructions for part 1 here. Okay, part 1. Read each introduction, then report back what you learned about each person by filling in the blanks with the appropriate Japanese words. Then, fill in the corresponding blanks with the English translation. The first question is done for you as an example. So that's our re. So let's look at our re, our example. So this is someone's introduction. So we're going to read the introduction, and then we're going to write in Japanese what we learned about the person, and write the English translation. All right, hajimemashou. Let's zoom in here. Okay. So, let's start by reading his introduction. Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Yamamoto desu. Shufu desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Alrighty. So, we start off with the phrase hajimemashite. And this means nice to meet you. So something important about hajimemashite is it's only used for when you're meeting someone for the first time. So someone new you just met, you're going to say hajimemashite. Okay, next we have watashi no namae wa Yamamoto desu. All right, that might feel like a bit of a mouthful. So you know what? Let's say it together. Or you can go ahead and repeat after me. So, watashi no namae wa Yamamoto desu. Awesome. Let's try it one more time all together. Watashi no namae wa Yamamoto desu. Yoku dekimashita. All right, let's break down this sentence. So let's go up top here. So the general sentence structure that this is using is watashi no namae wa desu. Okay. So what does this all mean? Okay. Watashi means I or me. And then namae means name. The name, your name will go here. And then desu means is or are. In this case, it means is. Now let's look at our particles. So in Japanese, they don't have spaces in between the words when they write in hiragana and kanji. So they use particles to kind of break up the sentence, and each particle will tell what the word or phrase before it, like the purpose of it in the sentence. So we have no and we have wa. No, our first particle, is a possessive particle. So it turns watashi, which means I or me, into my. So watashi means I or me, and then watashi no means my. All right, and then let's look at wa. So wa is our topic particle. It tells us what the topic of our sentence is. So in this case, it's saying that watashi no namae is the topic of our sentence. Or in other words, my name is the topic of the sentence. So we can put our name here. For me, I'll say Noelani. So I would say, if I was introducing myself, I would say, watashi no namae wa Noelani desu. Why don't you try it with your name? Okay, so repeat after me. Watashi no namae wa. Okay, go ahead and say your name. So I'll say Noelani desu. Okay, let's say it all together and say it with me. Watashi no namae wa Noelani desu. And of course, you're going to put your name there instead of Noelani. Okay, so now that we have this sentence broken down, we can look at the rei and see what they're saying here. So, again, he says, the person says, Watashi no namae wa Yamamoto desu. Okay, so watashi no, my, this is my, well, that's hard to read. Let me use blue instead. So my name is Yamamoto. So this person is saying, my name is Yamamoto. Okay, on to the next sentence. Shufu desu. Okay, so do you remember what desu means? If we look back at our example sentence up here, desu means is or are. So this person's saying that they are a shufu. What does shufu mean in English? Let's see if, let's check out our benrina tango, our useful vocabulary. So, oops, I don't have it in here, but so for all the other questions, the benrina tango will be here for you. But for the example, the rei, on the original grammar document, you'll actually, I just erased these on my app, so these will be there. That's why I didn't put it in. Anyway, shufu means housewife. So we know that Yamamoto is a housewife. Okay, and then Yamamoto ends off, in this case, her introduction with yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Let's say that together. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Break it down. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. One more time. Moichiro. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Yoku dekimashita. Okay. So yoroshiku onegai shimasu just means nice to meet you. It literally means may we have a pleasant relationship. So isn't that a nice way to end off an introduction? Okay, now how are we going to answer this question? Let's see. Yamamoto-san wa blank desu. So if we want to break this down, Yamamoto-san is the name of the person giving the introduction. If you are introducing yourself, you do not put san after your name. You just say, for example, Yamamoto desu. If you are talking about someone else, then you add san, kun, or chan to their name. In this case, we're just going to use san because that's a pretty overall general name suffix. It's polite, it's part of their culture, and if you don't use it, then people will look at you pretty funny. So, Yamamoto-san wa, do you remember what wa means? What this means as a particle? This is our topic particle. So this tells us that the topic of our sentence is Yamamoto-san. Okay, so it's, and then des is. So in this case, it's saying Yamamoto-san is a what? What is Yamamoto-san? Let's look back at the introduction. Hajimemashite, watashi no namae wa Yamamoto desu. Shufu desu. Ah, shufu desu. Yamamoto-san is a shufu, or a housewife. So we can say Yamamoto-san wa shufu desu. So let's just go ahead and erase this real quick. Wait. Okay, so Yamamoto-san wa shufu desu. Okay, now let's look at the English translation. Yamamoto is a... What is Yamamoto again? What does shufu mean? Shufu wa 英語で何ですか? 主婦 means housewife. So say Yamamoto is a housewife. よくできました. Alright, I hope that helped. Please email me if you have any questions. Email or text is great. Power School messaging, not always the best. I can't actually respond to you from my phone. So I would recommend email or texting or phone call. Okay, so part 2. Click the link to listen to each introduction, then report back what you learned about each person by filling in the blanks with the appropriate Japanese word. Then fill in the corresponding blank with the English translation. Okay, so for this part, you're just going to go ahead and click each of these links, and it'll bring you to an audio recording. Listen to the audio recording, and then you will do the same thing as what you did in part 1. Except instead of reading the introductions, you will listen to the introductions. So, 頑張ってください. Do your best. Okay, part 3. 最後. The last part. Let's read it together. Pretend that you are someone else and fill in the blanks with the appropriate introduction according to the information given. Then, fill in the blank on the left with the English translation. The first question is done for you as an example, re. And number 5 provides some hints. Also, the introductions in part 1 may be helpful examples. All right, there's a lot there. So let's check out the re. And yeah, let's go for it. All right, hajimemashou. So we have the information that Emi-san, we have Emi-san. So the person's name is Emi. And we have shashinka. Okay, so shashinka means photographer. And remember, so Emi-san, then her name is Emi, and then san is just the name suffix. So, let's move on over here. So we're gonna give Emi-san, we're gonna say Emi-san's introduction or write it in. So, how do we start off our introduction? Do you remember? Yoku dekimashita. So we're going to start off with hajimemashite. Okay, so hajimemashite, and then what do you tell someone? So nice to meet you. You're gonna want to introduce yourself with your name. So, you can use number part 1 as an example. So they start off by saying their name. So we're gonna want to say Watashi no namae wa. And then in this case, what is the person's name? Emi-san. So her name is Emi. And remember, we're pretending that we're her. So we're not going to say Watashi no namae wa Emi-san desu. We're going to say Watashi no namae wa Emi desu. So I'm going to say, we're not going to say Emi-san. So, watashi no namae wa Emi desu. Blank desu. So we want to introduce, she wants to introduce that she is a photographer. Or in Nihongo de, that is shashinka. Shashinka desu. Okay. Recap. Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Emi desu. Shashinka desu. And then we end off our introduction with yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Kanpeki desu. Yoku dekimashita. All right. Those are our examples, alright, for number 3, lesson 2 grammar assignment. Again, if you need any help, I'm more than happy to help. I love getting to know my learners and helping them out any way I can. So give me a text, a phone call, or an email is great. All right. Yoku dekimashita. Ganbatte kudasai. Ja ne. Bye bye.